Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn how to recreate this cool looking warped distorted text effect using Adobe After Effects. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So the first thing that we have to do here is we have to create a new composition. I'm just going to go with a 1920 by 1080 pixel document at 30 FPS at a duration of about 10 to 15 seconds. We'll just call this composition name text. Cool, so now once we have that, the first thing that we need to do is we need to add some text. So I'm just going to right click and add a new text layer, and then I'm going to write my words. So distort, and then I'm just going to write warp. Alright, so what we need to do is, firstly, we need to fix up the writing. So on this second part of the word, I'm just going to change it to a fill. Now for my colors, I am using Color Hunt, so I'm using this color palette. So the orange that I grabbed was from here, and all I did is I just went to my fill settings and then I just changed it to orange. And for the other color, I just went and got this light color over here and I went to the text, and now this is only on the stroke. I'm going to paste that in and now I have that. So once we're here, what we need to do is we just need to fix up the size here. So I'm just going to make sure that it kind of looks like it's in the same line as that T. And then what we need to do is we need to just fix up the spacing in between them. So all I'm doing is just moving this value over here just so they fit. Now that stroke is way too big for this effect. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come down to the stroke settings, and we are just going to change that to maybe like say 4 or 5 or something like that. Then once you are happy with your text and how it looks, what we need to do is we just need to come up to the align tools and we're just going to align it to the center. And then what we are going to do is we're just going to grab this region of interest and I'm just going to draw a box around that text. So try not to go too far on either side, but we'll center it anyways. So once we have that, then what we can do is we can go to composition and we can go to crop comp to region of interest. Now we just have some text there, which is looking pretty cool. So now just to make this a little bit better, we'll just click on that text layer and we'll just make sure that we align it to the center of that comp. And then what we can do is we can go to our project panel and we can just make another new comp. We'll call this render or main, leave the settings exactly the same. And then we're just going to drag our text to that layer. So now we have the text in there. It doesn't animate, but we are going to make it move. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're just going to add some motion tile to this effect, and we're just going to have the text animate down. So I'm just going to increase the output height to, I don't know, about 600, and now we've got heaps of text that we can animate. I'm going to hit this tile center stopwatch over here. I'm going to move to the end of the composition, and then I'm just going to increase it. Now the higher that you increase it, the faster that it will go down. So I've done it to about, if we go to the end, 1300, but if you want it slower or faster than that, totally up to you. All right, but I'm pretty happy with that. So I think that is looking pretty cool. The next thing that we need to do is we need to make the warp on the text. And this is pretty simple. I'm just using a turbulent displace effect, and you can see already that effect looks pretty cool. Now, the actual turbulent displace isn't moving, it's just because the text is animating down. The letters look like they're all kind of distorting, and honestly, if you're happy with that, you can keep that. But I am going to change it up a little bit. I am going to change the displacement to maybe bulge, smoother. All right, and now you can see that the letters are just kind of bulging up and down. I am going to animate this evolution, so I'm going to hold Option and hit that stopwatch. Then I'm going to write time times 100. And if you want it any faster than that, just change that value to 200 or whatever. And so now what we have is now we have the turbulent displace actually working in here. So now we create this warp distorted effect. And then the final thing that we can do in here is we can play around with some of these amount settings. So look, I mean, it looks pretty decent as is, but if you play around with some of the settings, for example, my settings were an amount of 40 and a size of 150. And you know what, like I'm pretty happy with that result. But again, you know, please change, you know, whatever you need to your liking. So once we have that, the next thing that we need to do is we need to create a background. So all I'm going to do for that is create a new solid. I'm just going to call it BG. Doesn't really matter what color it is. I'm just going to drag it to the bottom. Now white looks terrible, but what we are going to do is we are going to add a gradient ramp effect in here. Then I'm going to go back to color hunt, and I want this dark color over here. So it's going to be a darkish kind of background. Now I'm just going to click on the white, change that. I'm going to change the ramp shape to a radial ramp. And then I'm just going to move that point right into the middle like that. And then I'm going to click on this point. I'm going to start to move it over here. Now, I mean, if you're happy with that, you can keep that if you really want. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swap the colors. So now we have that kind of vignette look on the outside. And I think that looks pretty cool. Now we have our distorted text going along like that. Now we just need to dress it up a little bit. So there are a few things that we can do here to, you know, enhance this text. So the first one is to go to your text layer, and then you can add some drop shadow. And depending on how you want to add the drop shadow, you can leave it on this angle, or you can angle it all the way down at 180 degrees. Totally up to you. And you can increase the distance so you can see what's happening there. Like now you've got this like cool looking drop shadow. So I think I'll leave that at 10, and actually I'll leave it at 135, the angle. So now we have a little bit of drop shadow on that text. I think that looks pretty cool. If you want to soften it up, you can change this value as well. So maybe if I drop that down to about 45, something like that. And you can see the shadow behind there as well. So that's looking pretty cool. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add an adjustment layer. And inside the adjustment layer, we're just going to add some curves. And I just want to bring this down a little bit and also bring that up ever so slightly. So it just makes the background look a little bit darker. And I think that looks pretty cool. Also, while we are here, I might as well add another new adjustment layer. And in here, what I'm going to search for is an effect called noise. So I'm just going to bump that up to probably about 8 to 10%. And that's just going to kind of tie it all together. Maybe even a little bit more if you like. Cool. So now once you've done that, you know, that's pretty much it for the tutorial. But the last thing that I added was a camera rotation. So to do that, all we need to do is we need to right click, add a new camera. All right, I'm just going to go, maybe I'll go with a 35mm camera, just press OK. We then need to make sure that you press toggle switches and just make sure that the text is a 3D layer over there. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to press C on my keyboard to bring up this icon over here, the orbit icon. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate that camera slightly. I'm going to open up the transform settings on the camera, hit that stopwatch for position, go to the end of that animation, and I'm just going to rotate it the other way. So now if you've done that correctly, now you will have this kind of movement that goes along with that warped, distorted text. So it kind of, you know, moves in a little bit and then it goes back out to its final resting point. So anyways, thanks for watching this short tutorial on how to create distorted text. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.